Good afternoon. My name is Jacob Folger, and I'm an artist. I do all kinds of sculpture and that sort of thing, and I like to teach people what I do here on my channel. And so I want to show you today how to make a little Zen pagoda on a stone that holds an air plant. And here's an air plant. I got the air plant. I got 5 of them online. Actually, they sent me like 7 of them. I got them on eBay for $8.50 for 5 of them, including shipping. And the thing about air plants is basically they get their nutrients from the air. They require a little bit of misting once in a while, and they do have air plant food that you can get for them. The best thing to do is to get care instructions online or something like that, or from the people that you buy the air plants from. And you can get them online. You can get air plants online. You can get them at hardware stores and any place that really sells plants. So I got my plants today. They came the first I think 7 plants or so, 6 or 7 plants that came, and I didn't really know what to do, and I was thinking about it, and I came up with this little idea, and so this is what we're going to do. So this is polymer clay. I use Sculpting 3. I have found that some of the polymer clays out there are not real easy to work with. That's why. So when I found the Sculpting 3, I said, well, that's what I'm going to use because it's really easy to use. The main thing about it is you have to, knead it, of course, and of course you bake it in your home oven, 275 degrees for 15 minutes per quarter-inch of mass. And what that means is, if this is an inch and a half, then that would be 6 quarter inches. 6 times 15 minutes would give you the time that you would have to cook it. Okay? So what we're going to do first is we make a little stone here, and we just roll a ball, and then roll it into like an oblong shape like this. This is really simple little project, actually. It's a lot of fun. And then you can put it flatten it out on a surface like, a flat surface. But move it around when you're flattening it out so it doesn't get all stuck to it. And then we'll take the air plant here. There's a lot of different tools that you can use for sculpting. I just have a few things that I use. These are wood sculpting tools that you can get in an art store. I got a couple of them. I got 2 of them that I use all the time. These are really the only, kind of sculpting tools that I use for the most part. And they also come in plastic, and they're not very expensive. You can get a whole package of them with a whole bunch of different kinds for $8 or $9. And this is an X-Acto knife. Sometimes I use it, not all the time. I just have it here. I may not use it today. I use paint brushes. I have a couple. I have a real small one like this, and I have this one here. And I use both ends. For my sculpting, and you'll see. So so we do that, and then now I need a hole for the little plant, for the air plant. So what I'm going to do is just put in a hole right here, and I don't want the plant to be stuffed in there and not able to move. I want it to be able to move because it may grow and stuff. So so then we'll just take the plant. Once we got the hole in there, I'll just shove it in there, just so I can see it, because it's part of my sculpture and I want to see it. But of course, when I bake it, I'll take it out because it wouldn't probably like the heat and everything. Now what I'm going to do, let's move it back out of the way though. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little ball of clay like this, and I'm going to flatten it out like this, not too much. And then I'm going to take my fingers like this, and I'm going to form it so it's basically like a little square. See? Like that. So it's not hard to do. I mean, you may not be able to do it as fast as me. I do this stuff all the time, all the time. So Yeah. So you do that, you get that little thing there, and then you'll need 4 little balls, all about the same size. So the best thing to do is actually make all the balls first, like that, so you can see that they're about the same size, and not, you know, not all this different sizes. And then once you get the balls, just make sure this is definitely square, like that. What you can do is you can take the balls and put them on one side like this. And when you put them on there, you can just twist them into place like that, so that they're, you know, definitely on there, not going to slip off like this. Now the reason why, oh by the way, the reason why I'm using black polymer clay is because when you see I do my finishes, I like the black for the base coat for my finishes that I do. We're going to do a nice little bronze finish on this, and so I use the black for that reason. That way I don't have to paint it or anything. So now I'm going to roll a little ball with a piece of clay about this big, and I'm going to roll it like this, and then I'm just going to form it again, but this time it's going to be a little bit wider. It's not going to be really like flat or anything like that. It's going to be like that. Okay, and now I'm going to take that and kind of just gently twist it on there in the center of the first tier of the little pagoda. That's what we're building here, obviously, is a pagoda. Now I'm going to take another piece of clay for the roof of the pagoda, and I'm going to flatten it out like we did the first one, and I'm going to form it into the shape of the roof that I want, which is like a little square, just like the bottom tear was. And then I'm going to put that right here, like that, and just make sure it's fairly straight. And then the last one, I'm going to take a little ball like this, and I'm going to roll it like this so that it becomes a point. See? And then I'm going to flatten the bottom a little bit, and I'm going to put it right here, right there. Okay, and now I'm going to take one of my paintbrushes and the back end like that, and I'm going to put a little window in, and on both sides like that. And there it is. There's the little pagoda. Now I'm going to take the plant out, because I know he's going to be just fine in there when I cook it, after I cook it. And then I'm going to position him right about here and twist him into place so he stays there really good. And then just straighten it out as I need to. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this stuff. This is actually, let me get a bottle of it. Here we go. This is X Pigments. It comes in all kinds of colors. It's like a metallic finish, and it's really cool. And it's actually a powder. This is pewter here, and they come in all kinds of different colors. Let me show you this one. This is purple or violet. X Pigments. Okay, and you can pick your colors when you go to the store. The only thing I can tell you though about that is sometimes the colors, once you put them on, don't look the same as you thought they were going to be when you bought the colors. So you might have to experiment a little bit like that. But what we're going to use today is bronze, and I have a little bit in the lid here. And what I do is I take my finger like that, and I put it into the bronze. Okay, I get some on my finger, and then I take I'm going to get a little bit more in there. This lid is almost empty actually. And then I take my thumb and I touch it to my finger, so I just give it a little swirl, and that just works for me. I've been doing that for years, and so I always do that. So I recommend it. It just looks better, and it doesn't go on too heavy. And then you just basically want to highlight the sculpture and according to how much you want. And it can get really tempting, by the way, to like just overdo it. But I want this piece to look kind of like rustic and old and cool and stuff. And so I don't like, I'm not going to like go overboard, obviously, if unless, I mean, because then it would just look all golden and shiny, and I don't want that. I want it to look old and ancient and antique. So I'm going back in, I get a little bit more, swirl my thumb to my finger, and then I just basically go around the sculpture and put it on like that. Just all I'm doing is trying to highlight it. I'm not trying to, you know, like I say, make it all bright and everything. So I go around the back as well, and the pagoda like that. And you can like stabilize the pagoda, because it will like move around, and you can stabilize it with your finger just to kind of keep it from moving all around while you're putting the stuff on. And then you can bake this for this piece here. I would say probably, well, this a 1/4 inch there and a 1/4 inch there. So total mass on this is going to be a 1/2 inch. So I would bake this for about a 1/2 hour at 275 degrees. Now, you do want to put it on like a shiny ceramic plate or something like that. You don't want to put it on, when you're cooking it, you don't want to put it on something that it could stick to, because it could stick to something and make it really, really hard to get off. So I just put it on a ceramic plate, you know, just like a plate, you know, a dining plate, like what you eat off of. So, and then after it's cooked, you put your plant back in, and there it is. That's what it looks like. Pretty awesome. So, nice, fun little project. And you could think of other things you could do. You know, there's all kinds of things you could do, but maybe this to open your mind up to other possibilities. You might do a little sculpture of a frog, or a little meditating frog, or a little meditating man, or whatever. You could do different shapes for the stone. You could do little plates that hold sand. You get sand at the hardware store. They have lots of sand there, and you can make little things. And I'll probably be making a few other things with this these little air plants, and we'll make some more videos. So again, my name is Jacob Folger, and if you like this video, please click on the like button, and if you have any comments, have anything to say, please say it in the comment section. If you like to reach me, either leave a comment or send me an email. My email is on my channel page. And if you like this kind of content, I have just about ready to roll over on 400 videos in my channel, for all kinds of how-to things, including lots of art and sculpture and all kinds of things. So you can get a lot out of it. Just click on the subscribe button, and it's easy and painless and free. Thanks a lot for watching, and have a great day.